Hello again, guys. So it's February 19th now, and yeah, there's a couple things I'm reflecting on. It's time to do taxes, so maybe some of you are dealing with that, but maybe some of you not. And For me as a pastor, there are special rules for taxes and how those things get reported. And sometimes there's income that you have to report that is not given you on a W-2 or any other form. So maybe you get an honorarium for speaking somewhere or a funeral or something along those lines. And It can be really tempting to forget about those things or just say, well, it's just a little bit of money, it doesn't need to be reported. This year it was quite a bit for me. There was certainly that temptation to minimize that a little bit or whatever. And I was reflecting on that and thinking, if you were to lie on your taxes about what the Lord provided for you the previous year, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If God provided for you, then when you want to report what He provided for you and do that accurately, and also that He will provide the money to pay the taxes on that too. That's money maybe from a year ago or something that now you've spent through it, and maybe it's now paying the taxes on it. You didn't maybe set aside the money to pay the taxes on it, so now it's time to pay that. But you're just returning and symbolizing really that the Lord is taking care of you, that you aren't the one who is providing for you. It's God who provides for you. So in the Psalm for today, there's a few things that brought that to mind, and from yesterday's reading as well. But from the Psalm, it says, verse 23, the Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him. Though he may stumble, he will not fall, for the Lord upholds him with his hand. I was young and now I am old, yet I have not never seen the righteous forsaken, or their children lacking bread. They are always generous and lend freely. Their children will be a blessing. Turn from evil and do good, then you will dwell in the land forever. For the Lord loves the just and will not forsake his faithful ones. Wrongdoers will be completely destroyed. The offspring of the wicked will perish. The righteous will inherit the land and dwell in it forever. So each of these small decisions is also a sign of your righteousness or your wickedness or wrongdoing, on the other hand. So if we trust in the Lord and do what we're supposed to do, even if we don't think that anybody else will see or be affected by it, certainly the government's not going to miss my little bit of money that I claim on my taxes. Um, but if we do those small things with righteousness, then we can count on the fact that God will be a blessing to us and that we will not go hungry or that He will provide generously for us. But if we forsake His or misrepresent His provision for us, um, then we can't be sure that He's not going to find a way to account for that in our lives too, that we might have some misery ahead of us because we misrepresented what God had given to us. So, just some thoughts on that today. Thanks. Bye, you guys.